Breaking news out of Olympia this morning. The state Supreme Court says the state's death penalty is unconstitutional. Governor Inslee has refused to allow executions in our state since 2014. He just tweeted about the Supreme Court decision, saying the court makes it clear that capital punishment in our state has been imposed in an arbitrary and racially biased manner and serves no criminal justice goal. This decision means the 8 people who were on death row will spend the rest of their lives in prison instead. So Brandy is right here this morning breaking down what this means. And this is a monumental decision here. It
is for the long term. But in reality in our state, as you had mentioned, we haven't had a real death penalty with teeth since 2014. And this is something that prosecutors, the governor, politicians on both sides of the aisle have wanted an answer to, which is what are we going to do with the death penalty in Washington state? The ruling is interesting because it says that there were multiple issues with the way that we applied the death penalty. For instance, counties like King had money to pursue death penalty cases, but then you get to a rural county with not as much money. You could have someone who committed the same egregious crime, but they just don't have the money to pursue a death penalty case. And then also they had said that when it came to people of color, the death penalty was applied in a way that was unfair. So I think for people who are looking at the 8 individuals who are on death row, these are some of the worst of the worst. These are child killers, these are rapists, these are family annihilators, people who have committed some of the worst crimes in our state's history. In reality, I think a lot of people always believed that they would never be put to death in this state, that they were going to spend the rest of their life in prison. Really what this decision does is make that final.
Okay, Brandy, thank you. We want to dive